What's up, degenerates? Me, Triple A, back again. Today I have something that, as a parent, pissed me off so much I had to make this video and stall 2 other projects that I'm currently working on for you guys. I woke up this morning to a new video by Bearing, and I think to myself, sweet, time for some lols. But not the first lols, obviously, as they are reserved. But what I found, instead of lols, was anger, fiery ire, and outrage. As the video went on, I became more and more infuriated and vexed. What warrants this reaction, you ask? Let's dive into this cancerous bullshit, shall we?
It's okay to be gay.
Welcome to Queer Kid Stuff. I'm Lindsay and this is my best friend Teddy, and today we're talking about feminism.
Or somewhere in between. We all are part of one big family. Gay means happy. Queer kid stuff. You are enough here at Queer Kid Stuff.
At first impression, this looks like an innocent video series aimed at toddlers and very young children, right? Look again.
Okay, this is something that is hard for me to talk about, and I wish I didn't have to, but it is important for you to know about. Today, we are going to talk about something called homophobia.
Yeah, this series is nothing short of brainwashing. Let's not forget, this is aimed at toddlers. Teaching identity politics to fucking toddlers. I'll let that sink in for a second.
Horses with horns are called unicorns. Some other horses shout, 'cause unicorns stand out. But unicorns never fear when horses call them queer, 'cause queer means different. Queer means different, and being different is what makes you you, and me, and even you, Teddy.
Me? Really?
Queer means different, and being different is so much fun. Now, Teddy, it's so much easier for us to all remember what queer means.
I'm so excited I learned a fun new word with you, Lindsay.
Let me just say this for the record. There is no such thing as a queer kid. Because children are non-romantic and non-sexual. To romanticize and sexualize a child is fucking creepy. You can't make assumptions as to the sexuality of a child because they could be completely different as an adult. This is also why I think trans children are fucking insane. Not the child specifically, but the premise itself. I often hear people like Joe Rogan, for instance, on his show with Milo. He said, a child on his street is obviously gay. He said, the kid is so camp, you just know. And to this I say, metrosexual men exist, sweetie. You wouldn't look at a girl who is a tomboy and automatically say, oh yeah, she's a dyke. You just wouldn't, would you?
Welcome to the first episode of our 4-part series breaking down the letters LGBT.
As I said, there's no such thing as a queer kid, only queer parents who push their agenda on their children. As a parent of 3, I have always encouraged my children in whatever they choose to follow. For instance, my son's favourite colour is pink. Does that mean I should fill his head with identity politic bullshit? No. Also, my youngest daughter is obsessed with Batman. Does this mean she's a genderqueer, transsexual, pansexual, fucking mermaid kin? No, it just means she likes Batman. I don't see the need to quantify my children by their labels. I will support and encourage my children in whatever they choose.
Lindsay, yesterday I heard someone say the word gay. What does gay mean?
Now, don't get me wrong, I'm all for teaching children about differences in order to normalise things like disability. So children know that just because someone is different, that does not mean that they're any less of a person. This is why I've always encouraged my children to watch things like CBeebies, because of programs like Something Special with Mr. Tumble, who does activities with disabled children and teaches sign language. To me, programs like this are amazing because they normalise things like disability, race, sign language, and a whole host of other things children may not necessarily come into contact with on a daily basis. Queer kids stuff, on the other hand, is something entirely different that can be summed up in one word: indoctrination.
Lindsay,
Yes, Teddy?
why are you dressed up like that?
I'm dressed like Rosie the Riveter because we're talking about feminism.
Who's that?
Well, Rosie isn't a specific person. She's a symbol or an icon, something that represents a bigger idea. Rosie represents feminism.
Not convinced? Check out the book in the background. A propaganda piece masquerading as a children's book. When it comes to my children, my philosophy has always been let them decide for themselves. Let them make their own mind up. If and when my children ask me about a social or political issue, I will try my best to be completely unbiased, give them the information they need to make up their own mind, not try to brainwash them with my politics and my view on things. And as my children get older, I will also encourage them to do their own research, to find their own truth.
Because feminism is the belief that boys and girls should be treated as equals.
I believe that.
Then you're a feminist, Teddy.
Also, as Bering pointed out in his video, the information presented in Queer Kid Stuff is woefully inaccurate or downright misrepresentative. Take the previous clip for instance. Has anyone ever seen a feminist advocate for any man's issue, but yet they claim that it's about equality? If it was about equality, there would be more feminists rallying behind men's causes as well as women's causes. But there isn't, is there? The reality is that feminism is about equality only when it comes to women. If you believe in true equality between men's and women's issues, then you're not a feminist. You're in actual fact an egalitarian. And this is how you know Queer Kid Stuff is an indoctrination piece and not a serious educational series. Because they push the same old false cliches, such as feminism has the monopoly on equality.
Homophobia.
That doesn't sound like a nice word.
It's not. Homophobia is not a good thing. You see, we've talked about how people who are gay or queer are a little bit different from everyone else. That's really awesome. But there are some people out there who are scared of things that are different. That doesn't mean we should change who we are, but it can make things difficult. People who do not like things that are different can be mean to other people. Being mean to someone because they're different is unfair and it can be very hurtful.
Things like this disgust me. Why can't these fucktards just let kids be kids and have carefree fun? Why do they feel the need to dump all of the crap of the adult world on a child's shoulders? Let me know what you think in the comments. Am I overreacting? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Like, subscribe, follow on Twitter, check the Patreon, all that good shit. I've been your host, AAA, and I'm out. Peace.
Your privilege ignored.